Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a wee profile of a player said to be on Celtic's wish list for replacement for Kyogo up front, a partner for Adam Ida for the rest of the season. Celtic have had quite a number of strikers being linked with them over the last few days. It does look like the negotiations for Matthias Kiesgarden have broken down for the moment. Maybe they will be resurrected tomorrow on the last of the transfer window. Similarly, it looks like the negotiations for Kelechi Iheanacho of Sevilla, those two appear to have broken down in terms of bringing him to Celtic for a loan for the rest of the season. Daniel Cummings, our young, talented 18-year-old Scotland under-19 international, it looks like he may well be signing a pre-contract with West Ham to move to them in the summer. And at the moment, there are quite a lot of names and rumours and stories and gossip as to players that Celtic may be going after on the last day of the transfer window or negotiating with today with the view to formal bids, etc. tomorrow on the last day. One player who has risen to the top of Celtic's wish list is the Slovakian international David Strelec. Strelec is a 23-year-old, 28 caps for Slovakia, 7 international goals for Slovakia. David Strelec is currently playing for Slovan Bratislava in the Slovakian Super League. He's had a good season so far for Slovan Bratislava. He has, of course, also had a series of matches in this season's Champions League, scoring 2 goals in the Champions League stage and scored 3 goals for Slovan Bratislava in their qualifying campaign for this year's Champions League, and so has been scoring both domestically and at the highest level, as well as scoring goals internationally for the Slovakian international team. So, as I often do, I've put together some extracts from a series of scouting and highlight videos available elsewhere on YouTube, along with copyright disclosures. The video itself of highlights lasts about 4 minutes, shows some of his goals over the last couple of seasons, plus a number of assists, and also his general style of play. After the little highlights reel, what we'll do is we'll go through his stats and ratings and my own thoughts of him as a player, and also how I think he might fit in potentially at Celtic if Celtic do go ahead with negotiations today, Sunday, and then formal signing process tomorrow, Monday, on the last day of the transfer window. Just looking at David Strelec's stats with Slovan Bratislava and over his whole career. This season with Slovan Bratislava, played 35 games, 15 goals and 6 assists. Over his whole career for Slovan Bratislava, 148 games, 47 goals, 25 assists. So pretty good goals per game ratio this season. And over his whole career for Slovan Bratislava, 1 goal every 3 games. And he also had a couple of seasons in Italian football for Spezia and Regina, and in Italy played 36 games, scoring 7 goals and 1 assist. One season was in Serie A, and the other season was in Serie B. And then after that second season in Italy, he came back to his native Slovakia to continue his career. Over his whole career for all teams, 193 games, 60 goals, and 27 assists. Just looking a wee bit more in depth at his 24-25 season with Slovan Bratislava, he has 1 goal every 2.67 shots, which is a pretty good ratio of shot conversion into goals. Has high ratings for shooting accuracy and shooting conversion. He scores 1 goal every 110 minutes and has 0.99 goal contributions per 90 minutes. As I was saying, high ratings for shot conversion and shot accuracy, good ratings for crossing, good ratings for key passes, and another interesting stat is that he has high ratings for keeping himself onside, i.e., he actually is rarely caught offside, which does suggest that he has good striker's instincts and good timing of his runs, which certainly has been a bit of a factor with Kyogo, as Kyogo did tend to get caught offside rather often, and Celtic did have a fair number of goals disallowed for Kyogo not quite keeping himself onside. So, in comparison, Strelic actually is rarely caught offside in Slovakian football. And looking at his season ratings, this season he has a average rating of 7.1 out of 10, and last season for Slovan Bratislava, average rating was 7.2 out of 10. And when one considers that that rating includes his Champions League games and Champions League qualifiers, having those ratings of over 7 per game actually are rather impressive and would indicate that he is a good, consistent, high quality player, producing good, consistent, high quality performances. My own thoughts, having watched him playing live on TV, plus going through all the highlight reels and clips, it does look like a player who is good and strong, 6'1", good in the air, good at holding the ball up as well, able to come back, take passes from midfield and attack, also has a good long range passing ability, as was shown in the highlights video, plus does have pace to get out wide, put in a cross, set up his fellow strikers and midfielders. Is two-footed, although primarily left-footed, is a good finisher, right-footed and left-footed. Good instincts in and around the 6-yard box as well for picking up rebounds, passes, and from corners and deflections. I think he also shows good pace and good dribbling skills. I think all around he is a good quality player. I think at 23, with that level of experience internationally and in Europe, plus his couple of seasons in Italy, I think he is a player who has progressed and improved well over his young career. And I think he's a player who, if we signed him at age 23, is going to get better and better. And I think he could score a bundle of goals for Celtic. Also is a capable penalty taker, also a good player for taking corners as well. So I think we will be getting, if we did sign him in this January transfer window, I think we would be getting a player who could come in straight away and score goals for Celtic. My guess would be, if he is moving from Slovakian football, that his wage demands and salary and contract demands would not be significantly high. And I think at 7 to 9 million, I think that would be good business for Celtic. When one thinks that Brøndby were looking for 13.5 million for Kiesgarden, who in general terms is less experienced at the highest level internationally and in Europe, and is actually quite a similar player in many ways as Strelec, although quite a number of inches shorter than Strelec. The same sort of height as Adam Ida, but I think the two of them are actually quite different players, although they do share quite a number of similar characteristics, such as the ability to get in behind, hold up the play, and act both as a mobile striker, but also as a target man, centre forward as well. So I think if Celtic did pursue their interest with David Strelec, I would personally be very happy to see him coming to Celtic in the January transfer window to help us towards winning the treble and progressing even further in Europe. As always, we'd be delighted to see your own thoughts regarding Strelec, having maybe watched him live in the Champions League games and the Champions League highlights, plus also his international games, as well as looking at the highlight video as part of this complete scouting video. Just a wee reminder, encouragement at the end. If you are new to the channel, not yet subscribed, please do click that subscriber button. Yesterday, a good 10 new subscribers yesterday, which was brilliant news. And if you do like the video, please do click that like button. And as I said, do feel free to pop your pleasant, polite thoughts, comments, opinions of Strelec into the comment section, as it is great to share opinions, expertise, insight amongst Celtic fans. So until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.